So what is going on, everyone? STIPE here, and today behind me I have a very special vehicle which I've been talking about for quite some time, and I couldn't wait to do a review on it. And guess what? Today we're going to get an excellent review on this 2020 Ram 2500 here behind me. Now, as you can see, it is all blacked out, and if you are familiar with the Ram models in particular and 2500 models in particular, you may actually think that it's a Laramie at first glance, but it is not. It is actually a Bighorn. Now, this one does come with the equipped 8-foot box, hence the big spacing gap there. But as you can see, kind of walking around this truck, it doesn't look a whole lot different from the previous 2500. And that would be because actually the body of it is still sharing the same design. So as you can see though, the interior has had a major redesign, and it's pretty much copying what the 2019 Ram 1500s look like. But as you can see, there are still some similarities of the old cab. Just by looking at it, you can tell that when we get into the back, I'm going to show you, there is definitely less legroom than the 1500s have. And as you can see, that beautiful 1,000 pound-feet of torque Cummins turbo diesel. And copied the same hood, obviously, from the... And that's that big grill up front. Still trying to decide if I like it or not, the front end. I've kind of been bouncing back and forth on whether I do like kind of how big that front grill is or if I don't. But I think the lights could have been a tad bit bigger. They're a little bit small. That's just kind of me rambling a little bit there. So yes, now we're inside the truck, and it's very similar. It's very comfortable. I myself own a Ram 1500, and I can tell you that there is not a whole lot different between the two. And would I recommend this truck? Absolutely. And it's really, really nice on the inside. I do like the modernized look a little bit because it was starting to get outdated, that whole plasticky kind of dash. This dash, on the other hand, as you can see, not nearly as plasticky and stuff. So that I like. As you can see, no middle seat. So it's very comfortable for me to be sitting in it right now. So push start, of course. And my biggest favorite thing is the shifter knob on the console. I love that. I hate the knob, which would typically go there, right where that 4x4 symbol is. I don't like the knob. I've never been a huge fan of it. And in the back, you can see it's kind of a bit tighter, that same seating setup where the seat goes in the middle and the cup holders, and you can see the hump there where the transmission and drive shaft go right there. So here in front of me, and as you can see, they kind of offsetted the, I don't know why they did that. It's a little bit odd how they offsetted the push start. And you press that twice and it'll start the truck. Now this truck is still in ship mode, so it won't work, and the panic is just one big button. You can press the Ram or the panic sign there. Now these two are the same. Now I wonder if you get the, let's say, power tailgate drop, if that probably would go there, and then it would have the split. It's just a little bit different, the design. I don't know, not a huge difference. Anyways, let's fire this up. So you press brake, obviously, just like before. And not bad. Very similar. It's in 4-wheel high. We're gonna go in 2. We're gonna go in for a little drive here in how this truck drives compared to the old 2500. All right, so that nice shifter that I was just talking about that I love. Just gonna get over this hump just a second here. Well, so far it's fairly similar. I can't say there's a huge difference. The steering feels pretty much the same. Acceleration though, you do kind of have to press that gas a little bit less. There's definitely a noticeable difference with that torque, for sure. Suspension is still pretty stiff. It's still pretty much that same stiff ride that you would experience from most 2500s, but there is a difference with the torque, definitely. I can definitely feel a difference. So yeah, I'm sure under a load it's even more impressive. There is definitely a lot of similarities. There's not a huge difference in the way they drive. I do think these cloth seats are more comfortable though. That's one thing I have to say. The cloth seats are way more comfortable in this than in the previous 2500s. Now I haven't, I'm sure the leather will be the same as what they have in the what do you call it, in the 1500s. But yeah, no, it's very comfortable. I like it a lot. It's a really nice truck. It's kind of making me want to trade in mine for this thing. But yeah, it's not too bad. So as far as the truck goes, sound wise, I think it is a tad bit quieter in here. They definitely did some noise reduction in here. Another thing too is, now it could be because of the noise reduction too this was happening. I noticed that the exhaust brake was definitely noticeably quieter and almost non-existent, it sounded like at sometimes. Now that could have just been maybe in my driving situation there, it didn't need to be used very much. Now that was a little bit different. And as far as I tried tow haul out, definitely everything pretty much is the same as far as how it drives. I'm just gonna now do one other thing. I want to check the tailgate, see if they made it any lighter, because it is still based off the you know, old body style, but I'm sure they probably made improvements to the tailgate. So we're gonna just check that out, and then we're probably gonna conclude with this video, and I'll give you guys my full opinion of it. So yeah, here's the motor running, and it's a whole lot quieter. Like, you can't even hear it knocking the diesel. Like, it's crazy. Tailgate, so the tailgate, same system. It's got that button now, and it's got the same release. As you can see, it went down slowly. I was not touching it there. Oh yeah, it's definitely lighter, but not as light as the 1500 tailgate, which is expected. So anyways guys, that concludes my video for today. Let me know what you guys think of the new 2500, and if you guys are interested in getting one, and if you like them a whole lot. I do. I'm a huge fan. I myself am a 2500 owner. And I gotta say, I've always been a huge fan of the Cummins motors in particular. You're debating on pulling the trigger on something like this, I highly recommend it. A truck is great. Now the 8-foot box, not really my thing, but if you do need it, it's great because you can put a whole lot of things in it. For pulling, this truck is awesome, especially now with that extra amount of torque. You're gonna have a lot more pulling power and a lot more ease on your truck and motor with that much torque. So that's my video for today, guys. As I always say, I will be back with more videos. Before I go, please do make sure to hit that subscribe button, and if you like the video, like it. Thanks.